Hi, welcome back. Good evening, everybody. This is Anawa Chaudhary, and you're live on my YouTube channel, arunfoot. India played a little while back in the opening match of the Intercontinental Cup, drew Mauritius 0-0, the first ever match in charge for Manolo Marquez. I'd say a disappointing performance, but not a surprising performance, I would say. And yeah, a lot of work remains for Manolo in the coming months. In my opinion, the things that count or will count will be coming in March next year in the qualifiers for the AFC Asian Cup. Sorry. So for me, that's going to be the question, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Manolo really handles the situation because the team, didn't perform in my opinion, and it was difficult to watch, to be very, very honest. Good evening, Ishan. I need therapy now. Yeah, Ishan, it's again, I go back. What do we expect? What did we think? What would happen? And at the end of the day, most probably the game played out as one would have most probably expected it to be. And this is something which I find very disturbing in a way because, it's not the way that I would have hoped that India perform, but that's most probably the reality where Indian football is at the moment, and that's the challenge. So therefore, that's a difficult part. So let's talk a little bit about the game, what we saw, what we liked, what we didn't like, what we feel is disturbing. Disturbing, and let's wait and see. Gaurav, I'm not going to translate what you're saying. Lou, good to have you back. Sanskar, hi, welcome back. Doing well. Not so well. Let's put this way. Not so well now after watching this match. But again, what did we expect? So let's see. Which language did you swear in during today's game? Bangla, German, English. Ishan, I didn't swear, to be very honest, because I've overcome that. Igor Stimac has taken that from me, from swearing, because my expectations level is very low. And that's something which I find I've never expected the world from an Indian team. Let's put it this way, but if I go into matches now having no expectations, and I find that for myself I feel very dangerous in that, in the sense of saying, you know what, I let them play. Let's see what happens. This is, I would have never thought that I would go into a game and think that way. But I'm saying to myself, you know what, let them play football. Let them see. Let them show what they can do. I don't know. It was a good game because from here it's difficult to play worse than this. So that's it. This is what Manolo said. Wow. Okay. Yeah. How many games Manolo needs to settle with this team? Blue, as I've said, the next 2 months, he's got 6 to 7 matches. So therefore, let's see. He needs to also recognize the players that he can count on, the players he can't count on. Manolo knows the quality of the ISL, of the players. So that'll be interesting to see how he picks his team. That's not an easy question, but he will know who to pick or not to pick. Appreciate the honesty of Manolo. Yeah, Ishan, I think Manolo has been very honest in the way he's spoken about things. The one other thing, of course, he glossed over, because I think Manolo also understood you can't be talking openly about certain things or certain aspects of things. But let's see. How much will you rate all the players negative rating only? I wouldn't say, Blue, that I would rate everyone negatively. I thought Beke and Sana at the back had a solid game. But that had more to do that Mauritius put in a teenage player who plays at Augsburg in the under-19 Bundesliga. But otherwise, again, you had an under-18 boy from West Ham in there. You got someone from the Portuguese league, from the Greek league. Yeah, they can play football, and therefore the ranking to me doesn't count that much. Let's talk about positive in this match. Sanskar, the positive is we didn't lose. I think that is the positive. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, let's see. I think there is still scope to play worse than this in future. Gaurav, yeah, sadly, I couldn't disagree with you with this. Have we hit rock bottom? I thought we hit rock bottom by playing Afghanistan in March the way we played in Guwahati and lost that game. But maybe there is even, for us to go down further before we can move up again. Yes, sir, I did say this. He also said that he wasn't disappointed with only one shot on target because even those shots which were not on target were even worse. Wow. Okay. Very, very, very honest. And again, Manolo will know. Yeah. That he's got a lot of work to do. Hi, Vashvar. Good to see you back. I have a two-part message up next, and this is not against Manolo or about ranking debates because even ranking being a bad parameter won't fit in here. Vashvar, first of all, before I get to the 2 points, the ranking to me doesn't, the ranking is a nice thing to do, but the comparisons can't be made because then the whole world would need to play against each other on a regular basis to have a global ranking. There are teams in the 140s and 150s from Europe who I would always say are better than the teams in Asia. I need Ganga Jal to wash my eyes after this match. Yeah, Darknet. I don't. Again, what did we expect? I so want an explanation, man. 8 years ago, this very day, as per fans, crap coach, crap player selection, crap tactics. India rank 158, 4. Puerto Rico rank 114, 1. Yeah, the game in Mumbai. Yeah. Yeah. Today, as per fans, top coach, top player pool, top talents, top tactics. India rank 124.0, Mauritius rank 179.0. Ashwar, I always said what Stephen did, what Stephen achieved under very difficult circumstances. Needs to be lauded. I think a lot of people realized towards the end of Igor's team match, what Stephen left behind. I think the first year, the successes of Igor in 2019 were those of Stephen, right? He handed him over. Again, of course, yes, COVID had an effect. But yeah, after that, Igor never got I said in 2022, I think he needs to go. I said it. I said it last year after and 2022, remember, I was sitting with Renedy and others after the game. We beat Hong Kong 4-0 and we said, how did you win 4-0 against Hong Kong? Right? It should have ended 2-2. He will at least not play Asian games with the mindset of playing it as a prep for FIFA World Cup just to get eliminated there. I hope so. Sir, so when do we start a new trend, Manolo out? Gaurav, to me, it makes no sense at the moment. As I said, in March, I would be judging him. I would like to see, what he does in the qualifiers. I think this window, the October window, the November window, I'll give him freedom to try out things. Again, he tried out a few things today. I think he fell back on the players that he knew from Hyderabad and from Goa. That's how I guess an Ashish Rai and a Liston got into the starting lineup. So let's wait and see. So Ashish Rai said before the game that he was hearing from camp that Ashish Rai has a stamina issue and he was proven right. He was subbed off because he was tired. Yeah. But how many 90-minute matches has Ashish Rai played in the recent past? That would be a question. Manveer, as we discussed earlier, he's blind from one eye, can't score goals and pass this in as feeble as bamboo to play an international match. These two players should be kicked out from team immediate. All right, Kishore, kick them out. Who do you put in? Who do you put in for those two? Simple question. So, yeah, that's the other point, right? I can kick out 20, 30, 40 players, right? but the backup is not going to be better. I was just talking with on Hiren's channel, right? Edmund has been hyped up. Yeah, but he's not the solution. ये खिलाड़ी हमारी रैंक दो 200 पर करके ही मानेंगे. Okay, so Jackpreet says that these players will take us to the ranking of about 200. I hope not. Let's see. Why midfield not working? Dark Knight, I think there are issues in regard to, I would have said Jackson is not fully fit. Apu has just moved clubs, still not there where he was at Mumbai City towards the end of last season. Thapa didn't work out that much. Sahal. Oh, my profile picture looks brilliant in the screen when you take comments. All right. Yeah, you look stylish, huh? With your blazer and yeah. Look good. Well, look very good, Rachit. Is this worse than Afghanistan match? No, Murali, it's not. Because this is a friendly. Despite being a tournament, this is a friendly. The Afghanistan match was a World Cup qualifier. So therefore that match to me was worse. And again, 179 rank. Mauritius is, as I said, over the last few days and weeks, Mauritius is not 179th ranked for us. Indian football team always proved me wrong whenever I said that there is no way you can play worse than this. Rashid, again, as I said, at the moment, don't expect anything. If you have expectations from this team, you will have sleepless nights. Don't expect anything, and if they do better, I think we'll be more happy. That's what I, at the moment, have no expectations from this team. Honestly, I do not have any expectations from this team. It sounds weird for me, right? I always have some sort of expectations from an Indian team. But at the moment, I say to myself, it makes no sense of having an expectation from this team. So, yeah, hoping for the best, but we'll have to take time. Another example proves that rankings mean nothing. Exactly, Ishan. Do you think Mauritius struggled in physicality or we are bad? I think Mauritius did the basics right. And if they had an experienced striker up front and not a teenager, I think we would have lost. That's the only thing. So, no, it's not physicality. Odisha defeated Brisbane. Any opinion? Blue, Odisha FC defeated Brisbane Roar earlier. FC Goa defeated Defensa Justicia. So an ISL final and the Bandodkar Cup, great. Again, preseason tournament in those conditions that they are in Goa. Yeah, take it. Very frustrated today, but Mauritius are different from Tula with more diaspora, better quality. Yeah, Manjop. Everyone is using diaspora except us, no? Do you think intent is missing India over the years? I don't know over the years, but I would say in the recent past, yes. I think Mauritius played much better. Blue, I agree. I thought they were closer to winning than us, if I'm being honest. If AIFF want to develop Indian football, then a long youth league is a must. Uday, again, we've spoken about it multiple times. Yeah, you can demand it from the AIFF. It's on the state associations, on the clubs to get this sorted. It's not only on the AIFF. The quality issue, we need to ask the question when we're talking about quality. I have to ask the clubs, you have to ask the academies, you have to ask the football centers, the football schools, whatever they are. What are you producing? That is where the question is. Again, longer youth league, great. But if the quality is the quality it is, a longer youth league will not make a difference because the quality is rubbish. Too early to judge Manolo, at least consider settled squad unlike Steve Match. Anand, no. I think, again, Steven created that. Right? He didn't have a settled squad. India were losing when Steven came in. India lost to Guam. Right? Guam is, even it's the diaspora players, they are weaker than Mauritius. Right? But he built a team over a 3-4 year period. Manolo, as I said, I don't blame Manolo. Give him time. But he will now have to, again, after next Monday's match, he will have to make some conclusions and realize, okay, this is something, talk to Mahesh, talk to others and find out and see, okay, I can bank on A, I can bank on B, but I can't bank on C, D, E, and have to try out someone else. And let's see. In love with Mauritius team, Liston is the new Neymar. Here on Rare, nice one. I hope Manolo make us recover, but we fans need to understand every player who shows some skills and a face of a few goals doesn't mean goat and national team material. The more we're growing, we feel constant. Yeah, Bashwar. Very well said. That's what I'm saying. This whole Edmund hype, this hype around David, Parthiv Gogoi, this player, that player, 2-3 good men. Again, Jay Gupta, I repeat, no disrespect to Jay Gupta, but Jay Gupta to me is not national team at the moment. Sorry. But who else to put in? Stephen Consider improved Indian national team. He left functional team behind. Dark Knight, very, very right. Kishore will put in himself, maybe. Rahul, do you think we are going beaten badly by Syria the way we played by Mauritius? Murali, it's a new game. Let's see what Mauritius do against Syria in 3 days. And then next Monday, it starts at 0-0. Maybe India gets 5 days of training. 1 day of recovery and then 3-4 days of training. But let's wait and see. Hi, Ogni. I guess football during the Steven time was better. Crosses, quick passing to the point where are somewhere lost with possession in beautiful football. Yeah, Ogni. Very valid point. Because we talk about possession and beautiful football and we're nowhere near. So I don't know. So when will Anwar Ali verdict come? Shushanto, I have no clue at all. I was told by certain people it would come last Friday or Saturday. I think that's been what everybody has been told. Everybody has been saying there is no outcome. So I will wait for the final verdict of the PSC and then we'll talk about it again. At the moment, I have no clue. So San and Vicky were good. Jay looked decent too. Both looked best to their field. Ishan, I felt Jay Gupta looked out of sorts, but that's my opinion. Sana, Vicky, good, yeah. India needs to try a new set of players. Metro to Metro, yeah. But then the question is, will we accept that they are going to be playing as bad or even worse? I don't know why people don't understand how hard challenges and hardships were there during Steven, yet he built a style, gave results, and regard him as worst coach and was carried by JJ and Chetri. Harry Maguire, the point is that Steven wasn't flashy. Steven said openly, honestly what he thought. Steven played a style of football that people didn't like. We want us to play a certain style of football, which our players are unable to play. And that's the reality. Bob Houghton used to say that. Bob Houghton, I have to try and play a style of football that my players understand and they're capable of playing. So I want a pragmatic coach. I think some people thought Manolo would magically change everything, which isn't to be possible. Blue, very well said. Yes, very well said. I think that they thought, hey, listen, Manolo will do what he did with Hyderabad, Champions team, and reality. So this is something which is sad, but which we all need to accept. That things are the way they are at the moment, and this team is the way it is, and let's wait and see when Manolo starts to take some tough calls. He will have to make some tough calls. Let's see. We don't need to judge our coach for sure, but most of these lads playing together for last 2 years, so I expect better performance. Rather than don't know why Thapa form getting day by day. Get on Rare, yeah, you're right. We're talking about experienced national team players. This is not a team which, again, yes, Jay Gupta most probably the most experienced with Ashish Rai in there, but the others have played international football for a while. So therefore, I say the question is not on the coach. The question is on the players. Thanks for appreciating, sir. I recently lost 20 kilos of body weight and now physically much stronger, better. Great to hear, Achit. And again, good picture that you have there. Also, big question is there about commitment. I feel sorry to ask this. I respect our players a lot, but what are we doing? Where is the warrior nature, Jingan, Anas gave? Where is fight and hunger? Vashwar, I have pointed this out. I feel there is an issue of mentality. Representing this jersey, being proud to represent the India shirt. It seems to be lacking at the moment. So to me, it's a challenge, and let's see if we can improve. But the mentality, there is an issue of mentality in this team. There is an issue of mentality lacking, I would say. So therefore, I hope it changes. Right, 38 people watching, more than 20 minutes in India are held goalless by Mauritius in the opener of the Intercontinental Cup. Those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to arunfoot. If you haven't, do subscribe, like the channel. 11 likes to this video, and 1,574 subscribers. Thank you very much to all of you who are subscribers, and let's grow the community. And yeah, do watch the videos over the last few days that I have created every morning, so to say, and do support the channel, and thanks a lot for that. Pitch was not good at all. Moinok, yeah, fact, but what did you expect with heavy monsoon rains in that region? I mean, there was the danger yesterday, it was being discussed that there could be a cyclone hitting Hyderabad, that the match might actually be cancelled or postponed. So therefore, these are realities. Look at the ground in Goa at the moment, a mess as well in the Bandodkar Cup. Salt Lake Stadium didn't look good. Look at the Manjeri ground where they had this Wayanad charity match. It's monsoons in India. Maintaining grounds, very difficult. And again, both teams have to play on it. So yeah, can't be changed. Leave match aside, at least Manolo said we can only improve from here. This is our worst. At least he's being honest here. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Let's see how long he can be honest, how honest he also will be with his players. That's going to be an important one. Let's see. These players, I said, benefit should be stopped. Let them start in PG. Let them get low salary. Hard time struggle will definitely make them better football than what they are currently. Jakpreet, that sounds easy, and I understand where you're coming from, but again, it's sadly not possible. Again, I understand. In past we had limited resources. We have done better or decent despite having better resources. Playing like that, or quality matters. Quality matters, Murali, but the thing is also, when we talk about limited resources, the player's salary of the times were also high. I used to say that to Baichung or Ranidi and to others. From my thinking, it's been high since the day the NFL was started in 1996 for Indian standards, and now it has exponentially grown. Like again, the salaries in Saudi Arabia are, even for world-class players, is ridiculous. Mauritius captain is a top player. He has played age group tournaments for French national team. Ishan, that's the difference, right? That's the quality you have. Mauritius team won't take a single Indian player in their side. That's the level of our guys. Takpreet, sadly, I have to agree with that. 2 years ago, Nepal played Mauritius 2 times and got 1-0 team each time. What has happened this time? Mauritius got exceptionally better. We got worse, or it's both. Difficult to say how Mauritius was at the time, but we are much worse than we were 2 years ago. I think that's the reality. I think we have been dipping, since last year, since the SAF Championship triumph. Again, I would say the last hurrah was the 2-2 against Iraq, but after that, we've been going down. Do you think dressing room will be angry, frustrated? I don't know if they'll be angry, but they'll be frustrated. I'm sure Manolo will tell the boys something. Yeah, and then let's see. We'll see them next Monday. Can India ever produce a Messi or Ronaldo? Devoshi, in theory, yes. In practicality, I don't know. Yeah. To me, the most important thing is, I would say, is, can we produce a Sunil Chetri? Can we produce a Bachchan Bhutia? right? So let's wait and see. Would you put Shubhashish or Gupta as left back? Shubhashish any day. I think Jay Gupta, to me, I would like to try out Akash Sangwan, because I think Jay Gupta needs a full season of ISL, and then we could talk about it next summer. Another factor in Constantine era was the U23 focus. Vishal, Keith, Thapa, Changte, etc., all of them were together growing and now giving fruit. We reached our final with U23 fought always. Yeah, true. But again, it wasn't an under 23 focus. I think Changte, you have to give credit to DSK Shivajans, who took him to Liverpool at the time with the partnership. Changte, of course, was an exceptional talent. Stephen picked him up as an 18-year-old, put him into the national team. Even he scored goals and all those things. That's part of history. Thapa was part of that group that Eric Benny took to FC Metz to train 5 boys. Thapa is the one who's the standout of that batch. Vishal Keith has come up, was a decent goalkeeper at Shillong Lajong. He's a Shillong Lajong product. I think a lot of people forget that. And therefore, let's give him credit for that. And again, yes, Stephen was also not easy on certain things, wanted certain things, and it worked. Stephen gave chances to reserve players, unlike Igor. Yeah, Blue, that's true. What will happen if Syria beat both teams 1-0? Who will play final? Anand, there is no final. So Syria, if they beat both teams 1-0 each, they win it with 6 points. There's no final. I agree with Ogni. The transition, the ball passes, the workload was too good. Many of us were immature then to realize maybe. Even set pieces, Thapa Chitri combo goal versus Taipei. Yeah. Jay Gupta needs to use both legs, otherwise someone else going to replace him. So, Kieran Rare, I think there are very few players who can use both legs in this team or in Indian football. Why don't we play 3 in back? Anand, because I think most of our players are not comfortable of playing 3 at the back. Is our quality falling behind Mauritius? Well, today it looked like yes. We need to go back to 4-4-2. I don't think 4-4-2 is the answer. I think 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, that's fine. 4-2-2, again, where are the 2 strikers for that? Maybe a 4-1-1 might be an option, but 4-4-2, I don't see that happening. I find while watching the match, Unisal was creative. Yeah, Shashantu, he's got that creative edge, but it has to be worth it. Why always Mohanbag and Supergiant players play bad in the international level? This is not the first time we have seen West Afghanistan also. Sanskar, I think I said that on Hiren's channel a while back. Just to put it on the Mohanbag and Supergiant players is too easy. I think all the players need to be questioned. They do stand out because, of the salaries, of the standard that they have shown in the past. Yeah, let's see. There are no good players in the pipeline. Look at our under-17 and 20 team shambles. Ishan, that's another problem. Exactly. Stephen understood what's good for us and knew where and how to use our players. Once he also said, I guess that our players under pressure clear long ball. What can I do? Yeah. Manoj needs to find alternative some as soon as possible. Fast food, who is the alternative? Again, if you what is the alternative? Right? Do we have different player material? The player material has not changed. Do you think Constantine pushed JJ to revive the skill to hold the ball up front, or that's something JJ already was good at before Constantine came? I think JJ was good at that because he learned it at the Indian Arrows. Do you think midfield is dead in this match, or they're clueless? I wouldn't say they were dead, but yeah, clueless is maybe too harsh a word, but it goes in that direction. Today was the last date to give players list in Hyderabad succeed. Anand, it's not the last date. You have to register your first 25 and then you can register more players. The ISL has shown some level of flexibility. Otherwise, Hyderabad and Mohammedan wouldn't play. So therefore, they will, if need, they will find a way. Hey, Akshata, didn't watch the match. I don't think I missed anything. Sadly, I have to say, no, you didn't. Could have joined Hiren and me and given us some company, but yeah, most probably had something better to do. But these players in Doha scoring long rangers, banger, extra for goal, and scoring goals in Doha, what happened just after some days? Sanskar, The problem is, I think, with the national team is that you are better. These players are better when they have a Petratos, a Cummings, a Greg Stewart next to them. Very simple. Maybe a little bit of more confidence. Sorry to say, but Manvir was never fully committed towards ball in the whole game. Yeah, that's one of the problems. This team should be dissolved, and new faces like Sana and Guite, Gante, Kipken should have to be brought in. Ayush, those guys are not even ISL players. If those players play, they'll be thrashed by even the worst team in the world to 10-0. And this is another reality. You can throw these players out. Bring in a second batch of players, who is the second row players. It's not a question of quality because the second row of players is not going to be better. And the ones you are talking to is not even the 5th or 6th, I don't know, the 10th or 15th row. These guys are not ready for senior level football and you want to play them in the senior national team. It's not going to happen. And it makes no sense. Where did we go wrong in this match? Mauritius done well in their defense. Morali, what did go wrong is lack of commitment, lack of quality. We're putting crosses when the Changte and Thapa like players will hit in front of giants. Yeah, fast food. Pitch should not excuse in this match. Is so sad. Some fans are saying pitch was bad. That's why our players play bad. Sanskar, as I said, I also said that the other day when people were complaining about that artificial turf in Nepal for under 20s. The opponent has to play on the same page. And that should be an advantage to us, right? What were the reason to play the 4 Mohammed players that played final 3 days ago, traveled to get here, even at work demanding positions, unfit to play and get to be to a game, even it was not earnest. Harry, I guess certain players, Ashish Rai, Liston are players that have played under Manolo and Hyderabad, so you knew him. Manvir was the only nominal striker in the squad. And yeah, Apuya normally should be amongst our best, if not our best midfielder. So that would be my logic, my reasons of why these guys were in the starting lineup. I don't know, but that's a question for Mo to answer. And eventually those hunters came second half and performed well than the starters. It had looked better, but were we really better? I don't know. It just looked better. I didn't think it made much of a difference. Hope Manolo doesn't hang himself in his tenure with these guys. I wouldn't have. I now understand why he had to go through a heart operation. Jakpreet, yeah. Missing Ashik Kurunian and wings. Fast food, yes and no. Again, what can Ashik do? Ashik, yeah, can run. Can he create the things that we need? No, he didn't. Then he, again, and I go back to the UAE match where he could have scored or should have scored goals in the 2019 Asian Cup, and he didn't. Main problem was mentality, commitment to play in the national team that was not the national team, but the same mentality was in World Cup. Late comeback was BFC and PFC. Yeah. Most of the people are not going to agree with me, but we need Australian cricket team kind of mentality out of Indian football standards. But you're not going to get it. Get on rare, our players are not that kind of, mentality monsters. Or forget Australian cricket. Take the example of Argentina. Argentina wasn't the best team at the last World Cup. They got to the final because of their mentality. The reason for the poor performance for over the years is because we have not strengthened the ecosystem of players developed missing. Both. Morally, both. Guys, today is worst day of my life. My father is on vacation. I forced him to watch Indian football match with my brother. They canceled their plan and watch the match now. I think they never watch Indian football. Hemant, okay. Difficult. I know, I understand. But I think you need to try and get your father and brother to just support Indian football. Say, stuff, it's not easy. It might be hard to watch, but start supporting the Indian team. Yet Ashish Rai doesn't have stamina to play 90 minutes. That's what being, said by multiple people. Mumbay's striker is ridiculous, except his one-run guy stays in stationary position. Just a mindless bull running seems suited for Paul Boy role. Jakpreet, look at how he played in the Durand quarters, semis, and final. Nanda Kumar receiving is not So good. He needs receiving practice. What do you think? East Bengal fan, basics. You're right. It's not only him. It's a lot of players. A lot of Indian footballers fall into that bracket, sadly, that they would have to work on these basics. And we are lacking in these basics. And that's a disturbing fact, but a disturbing reality. And to me, it was exposed today again. I joined late. Would you review the game and kindly of detailed one? Dhruva Jyoti, I'm not going to do a detailed one. If you want, go back to the start and listen to it, because again, other people are in this chat as well. For me, the basic thing was Manolo wanted to play safe, pick players that he knew or that he thought he can trust. The positive to me is we didn't lose. Negative was, as this just discussed, was mentality and commitment, which seems to be missing at the moment, and that is something which he needs to get out of the players. Why not Sanal in striker position? Kishore, if we're talking about Manveer positioning, there's that everything. Sal technically is good, but his game sense is amongst the worst that we have. Because, again, he's a soccer school product out of the Middle East. JJ is an underrated gem for the national team. 1-2 touches, 2-3 seconds, 3-4 players up in attack by that time, holding the ball, stealing the possession, winning second balls and finishing quality. Vashwar, sadly, injury ended his career early. Him, a player like Eugene Sandingdo, those kind of guys, lovely to watch. Why Bipin Singh is not in national team? East Bengal fan, that is a question for the coach to answer. I think Bipin has not been a regular at Mumbai City. That's one of the reasons, because Vikram was the guy. Vikram and Brandon are missing due to injuries. So let's hope they will be back next time around. Club coaches are never successful national team. You have to ignore that. Manolo is good at club, but a foreigner without that reality. Yeah, could be. But to me, the point was not really that. To me, is I wanted a new coach. Hey Google, how to select an Indian football team? Google replying, you have to do dirty on field. Yeah, Naushad Ali. Yeah, sad reality. Who was the man of the match this match? I don't even want to get into the man of the match topic. We miss basic football sense. Yeah, so I couldn't disagree with you on that. With the football basics. Do you see any positive in defense in today's match? SDM, to me, the positives were Rahul Beke and Sana Singh. Those two in heart of defense did well. Indians can't play from wings. People need to understand we don't have 6 feet strikers. Yeah, one of the many things. Or now, I'm sorry to say this, I have paid money to buy a ticket to watch a match in the stadium, but why do I have to pay the money to buy the ticket? Most people in the stadium got free tickets. So, Kumar, I don't know if that's the fact or not, but again, if you are paying for a ticket, that's your little support for Indian football. See it that way. Suhail Bhatt, I don't understand what people are saying. If he had played, we scored 2 goals and understand he's not even proven ISL. Sanskar, because people are making stars out of players who are not worth that. They are worth to play in India shirt. Did you ever see any players in past or present who played okay in the ISL but raised the game to a different level for nationals? Yeah. Under Bob, a lot of players used to. Ranjit Singh to me is a good example. Even if he had a bad club season, Ranjit always in India shirt was exceptional. Why does Nanda play in the national team like he hasn't seen a football in his life? Good question. I don't know. Views on their pure performance. Can play much better. Wasn't at his best today. Ishan, because his basics are poor. Sorry, yeah, that's the reality of Nanda. Yeah. The way we are playing, no team would be calling us or playing us at home. We should move to Ocean region. At least there we would at least get a taste of victory. Jakpreet, nobody's moving anywhere. This whole talk, okay, we need to go to CAFA, we need to go to ASEAN. We are not moving anywhere. We are there where we are. Now the Telangana government gave free tickets to college students to flock the stadium like cattle. Nobody cannot even say a single player's name apart from who bought ticket online, ticket genie. Kumar, but is that wrong by the government to try to bring in people even if they know limited or nothing? You know? So I don't know what the mistake is there. Where was Victor? I don't understand. Mano play him and Brandon, where the two players gone? Both of them were or are injured. Sanskar. Who do you have a good first touch among Indian players? Rojoti, Chante, Apuya, Manav Kumar is very slow. He should retire. Again, Hemant. You know, it's yeah, it's this thing that people say again and again and again, but it doesn't make it better. And we will not be switching to some other continental. We will not be getting other players in, and you know they will suddenly revolutionize our football. We don't have better quality. And again, look at our under-20s. Look at our under-17s. Our supply lines are worse today than they were 5 or 10 years ago. India should join ASEAN or CAFA to improve. Afghanistan is an example. Hirok, Afghanistan didn't switch. It's not for us to decide that. I've said that multiple times on this channel in the last few weeks and months. The AFC creates zones in Asia, and Afghanistan, because CAFA was a smaller region, Afghanistan was moved to CAFA, and it had nothing to do with standard. It was just that they wanted to get one extra team into that central Asian region. So we are moving nowhere. We are going to be staying in SAF. We are key constituents of SAF. I'm missing few players in current era, such as Yudris and Lingdo, CK Vineet, Kurunian, Udanta, JJ, these kind of players. We've got opportunity together in current setup, different things. Yeah, Garen rare, but again, we don't have them at the moment. Sal's very overrated player. I don't understand. He earned 2 crore and get hype in the social media. Yeah, so it's got a good question. Sir, how do you rate this tactical masterclass out of 10 for our men in blue? Mourinho, if I don't want to be too harsh on the coach and the players, I would most probably give him a 3. And if I want to be harsh, I would give them a 1. Today, Sana Singh, Beke and Nanda played good today. Where did Nanda play good today? We had 65% possession, yet our midfield was missing. No play through the middle. Wings weren't effective. Long balls were wasteful. Your thoughts? Harry Maguire, we need to find a style which suits our players. And if it needs to be, we need to do the basics right. I think that's the challenge that we have. Right? At the moment, yeah. It's very complex, very complicated, but yeah. Who was best player means positive player, only play positive. As I said, Sana and Beke to me. As a Mohun Bagan Supergiant fan, Mr. Manvi should dropped. Bipin, why not? Suel Bhatt youngster must be included. Why not? Clan also. People trolled him. He's the most underrated Mohun Bagan player, midfield player, but a good player. Drohin, yeah, if you drop Liston Manvir, who do you bring in? That's the first question. Bipin can be asked, but he was a reserve, a bench player at Mumbai City last season. Suhail Bhatt is nowhere near the national team. Sorry, I mean, and Glenn Martins, let him make the Mohun Bagan team, and then we can talk about the rest. We should play full attacking against team like this. If we lose, it's okay, better than playing like this. Chandan, how are we going to play full attacking? You know, it's I don't know. It's nice thought, but we don't have that team. Ashish seems not fit. Apoya still writing exam. Manvir not interested. Nanda seems lazy, half asleep. Yeah, Avinash, part of the problems. This is a Chankta performance. Why he played not his position. Sanskar, the whole team didn't play well. So therefore, and the attack was in shambles. Yeah. So therefore, again, for Chankta to shine, also difficult in such a game. A surprise scene, we say we beat them 2-0, 3-0. Thank God we're not losing the way we played. Yeah, Murali, because the people don't realize what our level of football is, unrealistic expectations. No, it's wrong, not wrong to give free ticket. That's a good way to promote a sport. If this game was entertaining, would have had 10K new Indian football fans. Rohit, you're right. These players can't do basic, but getting 2-3 crore in the club level. Yeah. Jitin MS is better in the left wing than listed on the last future. Will be interesting to see if he gets a call up. Is he better? I don't know. Is he ready for international football? Let's see. So look at the pitch. Even my hometown football ground is good. I think with the weather conditions, the ground was okay. Do you think that Mauritius are better than their rank? Fast food, they proved it today. I had this question here. Are we going nowhere until unless our future are coming from grassroots, learn basics of football? Yeah, most probably. Or we include players of origin. Yes, I totally understand. If any person debut first time India, he will have panic. It takes certain time to settle, but certain player playing like they're playing football first time in their career. Right, that's part of the problem. We have a better football structure in comparison to so many other Asian nations, but the only and biggest problem is we are not working on our youth. So how can we expect result at senior level? Yeah. Sir, why can't we realize that this is our standard of gameplay? Mauritius plays all good teams rather than cooking up FIFA ranking. Their ranking is not any actual representation of the standard. Mourinho, very well said. We should try Jitin in left. Ayush, I'll be interested to see if and when him or other players get a call up. Let's see. Dhruva Jyoti, good first touch. Valpuya, Naucha, Freddy, and of course Amwalian. And outside I said there's a difference where I don't like the way we decide good or bad players in clubs too. Okay. Yeah. I've seen all these players with touches problems. If you are the coach, will you make Glenn a spot in the playing 11 or Rahim Ali and Aishan Pandal the first 11? Glenn Martins to me doesn't make it even anywhere near the national team. Rahim Ali would be there, and Ishan Pandita at the moment also. Ishan Pandita at the moment needs to play. Very simple. And all these, again, that's the thing. Rahim Ali does get a chance, yeah. Indian players overpaid, it proved again. Deep, 100%. Finishing is the problem, and playing on wings is not working. We have to play in midfield passes. Top list, nice thought, but I think my midfield is not in a position to play passes. Vashwar, either same Vashwar does the commentary. Mourinho, yes, he is the same Vashwar. Do you think Durand Cup was also affect players' national team performance? I am giving excuse, but because Durand Cup happened for so long that players will not recover fast. Sanskar, a lot of players, some played Durand Cup, some didn't. I don't think that's the reason. Often I think, why do we discuss about Indian football at all? Yeah, why not? That's sometimes, today is a day where we can actually have that philosophical discussion. Why are we crazy enough at this time to talk about Indian football and discuss? But again, we're doing it. So let's try and do something. Again, just a reminder, 23 likes if you like what you're seeing. Thanks a lot for that. Share it as well if you think it's good. 1,581 people as subscribers. Thank you very much to those of you who've joined in. And of course, as always, thank you to those who've been subscribers for a longer time. Do you see Sal in this match as he lived up to the expectations? No, he didn't. Simple question answer. Do you think Sunil Chetty was most technical player in national team when he was there for past 10 years? His basics were best, but these things aren't talked about due to his goal scoring. No. There were, over the last 10 years, there were much better players than Sunil in the national team in regard to technical aspects. I think Sunil's main thing is mentality, fighting spirit, that for Sunil, also knowing where the goal is, that knack, those kind of things. Any update on Anwar case? Deep, I said that earlier today. I've given up on predicting when the outcome will be. Yeah, let's wait and see when the results come out, and then we can discuss it. Sir, please share some things about world football. So from now, we are sick and tired of Indian football. Yeah, we'll talk a little, I guess, about European football. But most of them won't players in the national team. Yeah, because the best players are with Mohun Bagan, right? It's due to Duran Cup final. Manwin Liston didn't look today in their original shape or anything other. Duran, I don't think Duran Cup is a factor. I wouldn't have played Mohun Bagan players, to be very honest. If you ask me, I would have rested them for the Syria game. But I think Manvi and Liston look better at Mohun Bagan because of the foreigners around them. Sir, one day you must do a show with Vashwar. Would love to hear his views. Well, yes, Mourinho, good idea. We'll surely do that. Vashwar, if you're listening, surely, maybe one of these coming days, we can do a show. I don't know if you have your number. If you have my number, just give me a ping on WhatsApp. Sir, best player for you tonight? Oh, Ishan, let's not get into that discussion. Someone asked me about man of the match in a game like this. Nah. People doesn't realize constant contribution. We criticize him for long ball, but after Stephen left, no one can carry on track. Yeah, only very right. Then you should give free tickets to everyone who is putting some tickets online, and I have to mention no seat numbers are given. Who bought tickets online? Whoever comes first, then even free ticket guys can occupy your seat. Kumar, it's the free tickets are given to people to get people interested. And as I said, and this free ticket mentality is also part of a problem in Indian, not only football, but sports. So to me, seating is an issue that should have been sorted. That there's seating for people in certain areas who paid and non-paid, but free tickets, it's how to cut down the overpaid salary. Any rules should be formed by AIFF as a committee. What do you think? For sure, not happening. We've discussed it now multiple times. It's going to be difficult to turn back that clock. Are Mourinho, sir, now there is someone even we learned from. I used to make some silly comments too back in time when I always was practical, and hence we learned a lot too. Thanks, Vashwar. Sometimes the hard reality has to be spoken. Amrinda gets saved, otherwise whole blame had gone on him if we had lost the match. Yeah, Samskar. Guys, relax. We can't do anything unless we're gonna work on our grassroots. Because when our players getting well paid ISL, why should they care about national team? Kirura, I don't fully agree on that because I feel that there are things that we should need to do in the national team to be better. To me, if our players are, the right commitment is there. The players would do a little bit more to get the desired result, and that's the challenge. That's the challenge in the national team now. Because if we wait for better talent to come through, at the moment, if you see what's coming through, I don't know if in the next 2, 3, 5 years, better talent will come through the system. Sure, would love to. Yes, have your number. Okay, Vashwa, do get in touch then. There was a decent turnout of fans today. That is a positive for a city like Hyderabad. Yes, Ishan, that is. The problem with Indian football implementation is missing for a long time. Yes, we are not powers of football, but not working together in development processes like Indonesia. Exactly. Yes, Vashwa, there are very few people outside football, and so much like this old man. No wonder his hairline is cheating every day. Thanks, Mourinho. Yeah. I've lost a lot of hair because of Indian football. Very, very true. But these players had played final versus Northeast almost full match. Is that match affect players' performance? Sanskar, 3 days ago. Renedy, Baichung, Vijay, and Raman Vijay, Anchiri, Bruno, Coutinho, etc. Very good technical. Even Tushar is very good ball players I remember from my childhood days. Yeah. Even Yusuf Lindo was a better technical player than Sunil in my opinion. Much better player. Eugene, So therefore for me, not in Eugene, but there were some players in that. Arata was a technically very good player, but again, Arata learned this football in Japan. So yeah, it's too early to judge Manolo. Manok, certainly. I mean, Manolo will have certain realizations today, and it's not going to be the easiest one. And now that people are talking revenue generation in Indian football, if you free tickets, how you will generate, or now that this free ticket matter should go. Kumar, yes and no. In a place like Hyderabad, where most probably it's going to be difficult to fill the stadium and you have a certain capacity, you have to try and attract new people to the game. And I think that's the whole idea of the Telangana government. So therefore, yeah, it needs to go, but it can only go once the stadium is somewhat full. If Kian started, I thought it would be good, and he had good finishing. I thought Murali, yeah, but again, Kian also needs to learn and be a regular in the ISL. Our football is like our history books. Only we talk about history, but never try to improve current time things, and it's become history again and again. Yeah, Kirare. Sir, Manolo got his subs wrong today, don't you think? I don't know. Did he get his subs wrong? Don't. Let me just check who were his subs. Not getting into my mind at the moment. Let me just check once quickly. Who were subs? I think it's okay. Nah, who else would you have put on? But still, 3 days are enough to play international match. Not Sanskar. It's normal, So for me, yeah, it's early in the season. If we're talking March, then 3 days sounds not enough. But at this time of the season, I think 3 days is more than enough to be able to, be ready to play a game. But again, as I said, I thought my thinking process was yesterday, and I said that also in the video that I did in the morning. If you want, you can still have a look at it. I thought that he might rest all the Mohun Bagan players, but he didn't. So yeah. Sir, how to have your number, Druin? I don't post it around publicly. Again, Vashwar and I have had work contacts, so therefore he has my number. Guys, stop blaming the coach. He's not Harry Potter or Dumbledore who can change the things in minutes. Simply, we need to acknowledge we are lacking quality and talent currently. Yeah, get on rare, very right. But after a certain, so therefore for me, let's see. Today I will not criticize him, but in March, if he doesn't get the right team together and a better performance out of the boys, then I will certainly criticize him. Manolo playing 11 was wrong. He plays so many more Super Giant players. Again, Sanskar, that's your view. I agree with you on that point. Other people will say differently. Do you think scouting is another problem in Indian football? I don't want to name the player or no option left. We don't have a different standard. Had kept only one stand for online, remaining all stands are blocked by Telangana's VIP stand, no access to online or someone to buy. Yeah, but again, VIP culture is another thing that we have in India. In the CM Cup, UP free tickets were distributed, asked, as I don't expect that many crowd. I guess there would have been free tickets, yeah. Change XYZ players and team will play like a Ferrari. Sambit, that's the problem. Do you think our players are capable enough to play matches in 3 days with traveling, even the same players who couldn't last to 7 minutes football and 35 matches is long for them? Yeah, I think so, Harry. I think they should be. Hello, sir. Life is good. FC Europe from drawing against Iraq to this within a span of almost what a downfall. I think that Iraq match shouldn't be taken too seriously because, again, Iraq was also a friendly game. I rather look at last July when we won the SAF. After that, yeah. It's a huge pressure, Manolo doing a role in FC Goa as well as in Indian football. Please leave him, guys. Already half part of his hair gone and the rest are white. Manolo in pressure. To him, he will be under pressure and there will be people questioning him. Upcoming Sam is going to be tough. Vietnam and Lebanon are going to eat us if we play like this. Not to forget that we play Syria in 6 days, right? So therefore, that's another difficult assignment coming up for us, right? So therefore, yeah, it's very, very tough on Manolo and the boys. And yeah, let's wait and see what they can do. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be 100% difficult. Or now then it's CM Cup or Yogi Cup after one, most of the people left. Yeah, but again, it's up to them, no? Yeah. How long people stay or go? Mauritius is better side the entire match. As however, I would have to sadly agree with you. Why not make India B national team? Sambit, yeah, could be done, but again, we need to then find opponents. I would rather than India B, I would rather have our under 23s play regular football. I think that might be better for us. Syria will kill us 4-0 or more if we play like this. I hope not, but that is possible, yeah. Indian players dreaming to win against Syria while Manolo thinking what to tell at the press conference after losing against Syria. Tarun, yeah, I hope not, but you never know. Football is a crazy one. I hope that these 5 days in between these two matches change something in this Indian team. Any positive in Sana Singh? Harry Maguire, good to see him back. It was solid with Rahul Beke. If they two had problems or made mistakes, it could have been worse. So that's something, as I say, we should not forget, right? So therefore, yeah, Sana back. I was very, very happy to see him back in an India shirt. Current players are worse than Thai second division footballers. Well, maybe Zorawar. And now, instead of giving free tickets, we can use CGI to fill empty stands when people are just coming for the sake of coming. Why CGI, Kumar? Don't get that thought process. If you can explain. Views on the Baker performance. Many blaming is he made mistake or played good in national team. I think he's been playing well. Anwar not coming. Not going to come before 10th. It seems what a joke is the AIFF system. Vishnu, this is not AIFF. It's the PSC, and the PSC is an independent body. The AIFF has no control on that body. So, again, do put out the blame on the AIFF whenever they do things wrong. But in this case, the AIFF is not the entity to blame for this. It's purely the PSC. If Manolo leaves Goa, probable coach Juan Fernando. Manolo is leaving Goa at the end of the season, right? So I don't know who. And Juan Fernando back to Goa, don't see that happening after he left for Mohun Bagan. This match, Baker performance, I'm talking. Sanskar, he was fine. Not tried to mock you, but on paper, our squad, it's like Real Madrid of India. And when it comes to form, we're like FIFA, FC24. Kieran Rare, yeah, that's hard. Do you think players like Mumbai Liston deserve to be in the national team? Zorawar, yeah, tough question because I can take them out, put XYZ in, and my question would be, would they be better? I think we have a certain level. Yeah, I'm lost for words in this instance. Because to me, it's a very difficult one because we have not played well. We are struggling left, right, and center, and I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, yeah, you can remove Manveer in this and put in someone else, but will that someone else be better, right? So do you think PSC feel they did a mistake with the first action of NOC, so now want to make sure they don't issue another mistake? Navneet, could be, but I don't know. I don't want to speculate on this because I said on day one, and there's a video on it, what the decision should be. So therefore, I don't know what the difficulty would be. Can we qualify for AFC Asian Cup 2027? Dark Knight, that depends on the group and how ready we are how ready we are for those assignments. If I look at how we played today, it looks difficult. But I hope that in March, Manolo would have a better squad. The players would be ready for the challenge, and we would be better. That would be my hope. But yeah, hope is, so to say, for me is the thing which is left, I guess, in this current scenario. Mahesh, Nanda Chankte should start next match. Views on Nanda's performance. Sanskar, Nanda is another one of those who I don't think should be in the national team. Sorry to say that. I've said that. Again, needs to do more, from my opinion. And today, the basics were a problem with him. So I don't think he should be there. Hi, Deepak. Good to see you again after a while. What do you think about the match? Well, I've spoken about it quite a while, a number of times over the last hour plus. We were just not good enough, right? But it's the first match of Manolo. Manolo played safe, played a lot of players. Yeah. One of my favorites was suggestion we must play with our national team against a few good clubs from Asia, Africa, so our players can get real reality and betterment in terms of quality. Clubs? Why should we play clubs? National team plays against national teams, no? So what should be a midfield 3B? Navneet, when fit, I would think at the moment, Apuya. It's between Jeekson and Suresh. And before that, I would play Brandon if fit. Why Nanda should not there? Because I don't think he's good enough. We need to understand that I think you can be the best player in the league, but if you want to play at a higher level, there are players who should not be playing. So what you're going to do? We can't always stay in this loop. Renner, I have been in this indirect loop for the last 26 years. We've always had a few successes here and there, and then we fall back to where we started off. That's been my life in Indian football, sadly. This loop has been always there. Going back to belief mode, I believe we will beat Syria under Manolo, given a better 11 starting. Mame definitely doesn't start my 11. We surely have Anwar, Sana, centre back, and Bekir Shubo, full back. Vashwar, I mean, Anwar has not trained properly. How do you put him in? We don't know what the result would be. Sorry, doesn't start for me. No, doesn't even get near to the national team. I would have not even called him about this current situation. This is something, again, you have to have this. In German, we say Fingerspitzengefühl. You have to have that feeling and understanding, and that's missing. Which one is more humiliation? India's inability against Mauritius or Pakistan losing to Bangladesh in this series? Arijit, I don't know about cricket, so I can't make that comparison. With Chetri gone, Indian attack is even more toothless based on the current squad quality. They will struggle even in SAF in future. So that's a reality, right? Again, Manolo has called up one nominal striker who doesn't even play as a striker, and that's Manveer. The rest are not strikers. I always wanted to have uniform 30 feel against Afghanistan, but again, I watch why expecting too much, or am I a fool? No, you're not a fool, Kishore. First of all, you're not a fool. I fully understand where you come from. I've had this feeling a few times. It is a commitment of the heart and soul towards Indian football, which you do, which I do, which all of us are doing. And I know some people who said to me after the Afghanistan match, I will not watch. They watched the matches against Kuwait and Qatar. They will have watched today as well, I'm sure, or will watch highlights or whatever. So we will stick with this. And you're not a fool. You're also not expecting too much. But I am saying for myself, at the moment, I expect nothing from the Indian football team. To me, if India does better, I am very happy. I'm very happy. But if they don't perform, I don't lose sleep about it anymore. I lost sleep after that Bahrain game, which we lost 1-0 and missed the knockouts of the AFC Asian Cup in 2019. Actually, during the match, I was making plans to stay longer and watch. And then I said for 2 days, TK, I'll stay more in Dubai. I'll enjoy myself and then go home. But at the moment, I don't have any expectations. That's one of the reasons I didn't travel to the Asian Cup. I'm the only person besides Sunil and Gurpreet. I'm one of three people who have been there for all matches in 2011 and 2019. Can do that. Indian football and Pakistan cricket is a match made in heaven. And as I said, Arijit, don't know enough or nothing about cricket actually. The ranking for AC quarters will be taken on 19th. Do you think you're going to skip from pot 1 to pot 2 during this span, that is 6 games? That could happen. The long ball sent to Nanda by most probably Sahal. What a horrible receive, Mananda. Manak, that's what I'm saying. He might be the best player in the ISL, but it's not good enough for international football, in my opinion. Sir, I said clubs because we know what kind of teams we play against the Continental SAF Cup, so better to put our Ronaldo Neymar in front of toughest in Asia. Gear and rare, it's not happening. I understand where you're coming from, but that doesn't work. Prince Rana, your view on my performance as a striker, not good enough. Summing up, simple, not good enough. The word which can describe me for now is Nalayak. Do you agree? No chance against Syria. No chance against Syria might be a little hard because football starts at 0-0 and you never know what can happen. Therefore, that's my only hope. Nanda Changte, who from Sanskar, I've said it now multiple times. Nanda to me was not good enough. So Changte was okay because I know, you know, we know Changte can be better. Saria coming first team, yes. Yes, true, but Sana is the only centre back in the case in a team, which is sad. Yeah, Vashwar. But again, originally, yes, but I thought Rahul Beke in the last year has been our best centre back, despite not being a centre back. So Manoj did a good job as a new coach, but the players are just horrid. We need to get rid of many current squad players, but who's going to replace them? Showcast, I don't think the coach did a good job because I think, again, if I want to criticize him for one thing, I wouldn't have started the Mohun Bagan players or that many of them because they played a final 3 days ago. But again, that's his opinion. He is the coach. I would have handled it differently. And again, yes, throw out the current players, bring in new ones. Are we going to be better? I doubt that. I honestly doubt that. So do you think Ishan should have been called up, especially seeing how others are also poor in front of goal? I don't even know what the status of Ishan is at. Back in 2018, Barca beat Rush BFC by 3-0, so I feel we need this kind of games in the national team. Gear and rare, these are friendlies. Barca beat Rushing BFC 3-0. If Barca really play well against BFC, they will win in double digits. That's the reality. What's your opinion on Ashish Rai Deva? Was he better than Nikhil? And did Sana made a contention for centre-back spot? To answer your second question, Sana, yes. And Ashish Rai doesn't play for me. But again, he did. Damn, exactly same. That one was one rare time I was up till 5 a.m. Couldn't sleep, was in shock. If not for that penalty, that we could have been at a different discussion today. Most probably, Vashwa. Yeah, the Bahrain match. Yes. I was at the stadium. And there is supposedly video footage which I never saw of me crying and trying to put my blazer over my head. You know, it was a sad day. Well, now this is a never-ending vicious cycle of Indian football until all stakeholders in football do not realize that grassroots and youth development are only the solution for us to come out. Yeah, but again, Kumar, we've speaking about it. Nothing has happened. Mauritius has diaspora players, few of them even part of Premier League U18 sides. With the way Asian teams are incorporating diaspora players in industry, Franco will take a steep dive rather. Yeah, Zoravar, that's coming. Honestly, not joking. Rhyme would have been great in today's match due to his positioning and touches over Monroe Lottery. Please come back. And this showcased a player who was made a lot in Rahim Ali, who I always said I've seen him with the as a 15, 16, 17 or with the under 17 World Cup squad, I think. Yeah. Should have been in there, but he's not. Are we heading towards 180 FIFA ranking? I believe under Manolo, this team will play better, but without scoring goals, we're certainly not going to win. Manok, that's the question. Manolo needs to find answers to these problems. So, if you remember our time in Intercontinental Cup, we were thrashed by both North Korea and Tajikistan and match day 1 and 2, but still that match day we through with Syria. You never know what might happen. Exactly, Harry McCoy. Rahul Beke playing well, still some fans will blame on him. I don't understand why people hate him. because people think they know. Who should play against Syria as forward according to you? Pranjal, too early to think about that. Give me a couple of days. Good night, Kishore, and thanks being part. Man United signed Manu Ugarte. Your thoughts on the same, sir? Man United is another mess here and there. They can sign anyone, and the players become worse when they join the club. It seems to be at the moment. So I don't know. A few comments on Manveer. I saw Manveer off the ball is a lot of times clueless. For example, India vs Qatar was 19, 2003, World Cup final, checks his run or stops and misses. Vashwar, yeah. The problem is there are certain things that he does in a certain way, and he's not learned it the right way. No, that's the problem. Even a Sahal pass he didn't run on World Cup final. Sahal's pass looked like a foolish one. Yeah, Vashwar, very right. I noticed Jay Gupta was also not very good in decision making while he has ample options to pass inside of the attacking third. He was going wide and losing the ball. Mainak, that's what I'm saying. He needs a full season, another season in the ISL to improve. Decision making needs to be better to be a national team player. We are giving national team positions too easily these days. How non-Bangla players put stats on stats in ISL, but for national team, they're hopper than a rock bottom Hyderabad FC. Good question. I don't know. Good night, Sanskar. Manvi was never a striker. He's more of an inside forward. I don't get why national team gaffers persist with him so much. So he was originally a striker. He was at Mohammedan Sporting, JCT, at the Bengal Santosh Trophy team, winning them the trophy. He was originally a striker. Another in today's match is the first touch of our players that are awful. I've seen live today. Yeah, today live, yeah, Kumar. But I'm saying that our basics are a problem. पहले मैं मैन यूनाइटेड का फैन था, फिर एक दिन मौसी ने कहा सपोर्ट चेल्सी है, अब तो हालत और खराब है. Yeah, welcome. Do you think because of the overpaying hunger has gone in national team? It looks like it's a problem, Sanskar. Yeah, I think it's a problem. So other than Chankte, I don't think any other player has consistently scored goals over the last 2 seasons. Maybe a few of them, Mumbai City FC forwards, others, but hard to find partners for him. Agree? Why is Mumbai so lazy on the pitch? He didn't even move an inch to get into tight position for balls. He was just standing and bullied in the final third. Showcast. I think the movement of a player depends on his understanding of where he should be. And I guess that is one of the problems with him. In future, there are less chances of Manolo playing unknown players to him. All the players that he will play will be from current FC Goa, ex-Hyderabad FC, or players that suit his style, like Mumbai City players, etc. Gaurav, let's see. So what did Manolo say in post-match interview? Showcast, he was honest, supposedly, and said clearly, not good, bad, and it needs to get better. Dark Knight likes that comment. Good night, Vashwar. Yeah, feeling of all of our post-match frustration comments. Yeah, that's the reality. And Vashwar, again, send me a WhatsApp, maybe in the coming days if you have time. Maybe you want to join me in the show. And yeah, I'll slowly come to the end as well, nearly 1 hour, 20 minutes. Sir, Newsno, do you think we can implement any similar model of youth football from other country in India? Earlier, Mr. questioned our scouting ways and rejected things. I think we need to develop our own model here and there. We can copy certain things from here and there, but we need to develop our Indian model. So do you expect Mon to rotate the whole team or just make small changes to the Syria game? Navneet, let's see what Syria, I think depending on what the situation is, what Syria does against Mauritius, and then we'll see. Great. Manvi seems like someone who's never played football, put into football pitch just because they saw it. Yeah, sometimes it looks like that. Manvi never played a striker, even as for last year, thinking of him as a Sunil Chhetri replacement is foolishness. Zoravar, he played as a striker in his initial days, and we have no natural Indian strikers. Even Sunil plays as a wide player. in the ISL. So when was the last time Sunil played really in the middle of the park? Wasted my day. Instead, I should study for mock exams as 11th grade. Gaming Warriors always support. Mr. Wenger, yeah. Do you think this team made from India's assistant coach ideas? No, I don't think so. Another, when centre back is marking centre forward, try to move to receive the ball instead of staying near the centre back. Today's example is Mumbai. Yeah. We have 4 teams like Indians who give Indian players game time. Yeah. Just wanted to tell you that Nikhil, KFC director, has posted links about the fans' queries. Okay. We'll have a look. UP governor has more than 50k mini football fields and stadium all across UP. Let's wait and see what happens, right? I mean, there is a lot of talk about things happening. I'm not 100% sure, but Showcast, these are small little steps. Sounds a lot, but these are small little steps that might make football more popular. Did Manvir regress in his skills in the last few years? I don't think he ever had those exceptional skills. I think we need to start with that reality of that players like him have certain things, but they're limited in certain ways. Do you think our midfielders were not giving us passing options to our centre backs, at least for the first half? Yeah, because the movement wasn't right. Welcome, Dark Knight. Good night. And I'll also slowly, I think, Pranjal's question, why do these professional players look clueless sometimes on the field? They are professionals, not amateurs, for God's sake. Pranjal, because they didn't learn the things. Yeah, they did not learn the basics as kids, as youth players. That's why they're exposed now. Can Shankar be tried as a centre forward as he has played as a shadow striker to DS sometimes in the ISL? Maybe pair him with Edmund. FC Europe, I think, could be an option. Edmund wasn't in the squad today, so I don't know if he's fit or not. Roshan also was missing today. So therefore, yeah, let's wait and see what Manolo does against Syria. So what are your views on carb rinsing in football? I shared a few facts about it in a link which we'll share with you if you can make a few comments on it right now. Carb rinsing in football. Gero Red, I don't know what you're talking about. Share it with me on LinkedIn and then we can, ask me again in the coming days. Do you think this result will mentally affect the coach and will have side effects on the current FSC squad performance when it turns back to ISL? Don't think so. What about Mahesh? Why is he not playing national team for some time? Because he hasn't been playing well at club, right? And maybe he's not convinced the coach that he's in the best of shape. Maybe the coach thinks Nanda is better than him. Right, guys, slowly let me come to an end. Disappointing day of football. India, Mauritius. It ends goalless in the opener of the Intercontinental Cup. Yeah, disappointing to say the least. But again, what did we expect? Manolo's first match in charge. It wasn't good enough today, but again, Manolo will have seen the problems and issues. Yeah, we've got a match in 6 days. On the 9th, India hosts Syria. And that'll be interesting. Syria play Mauritius in 3 days on the 6th at the same venue. And I think then we'll be clearer what is the difference between Syria and Mauritius. And as always, like this video, share this video, subscribe to arunfoot. Let me just have another final look for today. 38 likes. Thanks a lot, guys, for that. Maybe we can get it up to 50. And 1,585 followers. Thanks a lot for that as well. We're growing the community. That's great to see. Also, do have a look at my channel in regard to the videos that I've been making here. Be it, of course, I did a preview for today, which again makes an interesting thought process if I view it now. Yesterday, it's something on the Hyderabad FC finally of a takeover. The day before about Northeast United lifting the Durand Cup. Again, I did something 4 days ago. Mumbai City celebrated its 10th anniversary, going back a little bit in history of how we worked on creating Mumbai City at the time. So therefore, do have a look at this. And and therefore, have a look. Thanks a lot as always. And I know a lot of you are heartbroken. or watching live, or maybe you might be watching it later on. But do keep supporting the Indian football team. The wish, the hope is there that better times will come. So that's the end of me tonight. As I said, like, share, and subscribe. Arunfoot here on YouTube or other social medias. Visit arunfoot.com, and I'll be back tomorrow night. And see you then. Good night.